During the car accident, my husband unhesitatingly shielded his female secretary. A steel bar penetrated my right arm, causing profuse bleeding. As the vehicle was on the verge of exploding, my husband exerted effort to extract the slightly injured female secretary. The rescue team extricated me prior to the explosion. While hospitalized, I encountered the female secretary's Facebook post. She expressed gratitude to Justin for risking his life to save her, noting they had now shared a profound bond. Justin remained at her bedside, meticulously tending to the abrasion on her hand. The comments section uniformly advocated for their union. I endorsed a comment and similarly replied with "get together." I wished them perpetual happiness and an eternal separation from myself. A week elapsed before Justin recalled my existence. I was organizing my belongings while awaiting the physician's post-discharge prescription. Justin entered abruptly and frowned upon observing the bandage on my arm. "Is it severe?" "It pierced muscle and ligaments, with potential sequelae." Irritated, Justin blurted out, "Can you still play the piano?" I gazed at him steadily, experiencing a sharp emotional tremor. His concern was never for me as an individual. I shook my head and placed the final item into my luggage. Justin pivoted his foot and remarked with disdain, "My investment in your training was wasted." He had coerced me into learning the piano solely to enhance his social standing among peers. The total expenditure approximated 2 million yuan, with the piano alone costing over 1 million. Lacking innate talent, I struggled with lessons, which were costly. I assessed whether the bag's weight permitted single-handed lifting. I then stated, "I will repay you." "Repay me?" Justin responded as if amused, laughter emanating from his throat, "Isn't your money derived from me?" He seized my bag, saying, "I'll escort you home to prevent others from assuming I mistreated you." The bag was substantial in weight. I acquiesced and trailed him. He listened to the doctor's instructions with evident impatience. Upon departure, he taunted, "I told you not to follow us, now you're gravely injured, serves you right." Initially, he intended to accompany me to purchase hot pot ingredients. En route, Secretary Mia called, reporting she was stranded in the suburbs without transportation. Justin accelerated toward her without consulting me. On the return journey, Mia persistently diverted Justin's attention, precipitating the accident. To safeguard Mia and himself, Justin directed all peril toward my position. I had 2 opportunities to avert this incident. Previously, I might have confronted him with teary eyes. Presently, I opted for silence, permitting his in-car reprimands without response. Mid-journey, Mia called again. Justin linked the call to the car's Bluetooth. "Justin, I forgot the doctor asked me for a follow-up to collect medication. Tomorrow's the weekend, can you accompany me now?" Her tone was saccharine, and Justin promptly agreed. At the upcoming fork, going straight led to Mia's residence, while turning returned us home. Justin glanced at me, "It's just a hand injury, don't be so dramatic." I calmly accepted being ejected from the vehicle. He chose a remote path, distant from urban activity. I waited under intense sunlight for over 20 minutes without securing a taxi. Burdened, I trudged an hour home, my bandage saturated with sweat and blood. Justin messaged, requesting tremella soup. Enduring pain, I peeled the adhesive bandage from my wound, confronting my diminished status. Upon Justin's return, I was redressing my wound. He briefly displayed empathy upon seeing its severity, yet inquired, "Is the tremella soup ready?" "Mia requires nourishment. There's no tremella at home, and I'm incapacitated." The antiseptic caused me to grimace. Justin paused, then resumed mocking, "It's merely a hand injury, and you won't cook? TSK, marrying you was truly futile, unfit for public display or kitchen duties." Over 5 years of marriage, I diligently fulfilled the role of a housewife. At 3 a.m., when Justin was hungry, I rose to prepare a snack. For Mia's South City buns, I queued at 5:30 a.m. Now, I disregarded Justin's request for the first time. I refrained from retorting, surprising Justin. "Why are you so quiet today?" As he spoke, he presented a cake, purchased specifically for you. This cake appeared in Mia's post an hour prior, a strawberry flavor she detested and deemed fit for dogs. Her rejected gift became my special purchase. Bitterness welled within me. Justin still hadn't recalled my strawberry allergy. Never mind, I don't like it. Assisting with my bandage, Justin faltered, applying excessive force. Pain prompted me to retract my hand, inadvertently striking the cake, sending its box tumbling to the floor. Cream smeared across the floor, strawberries rendered shapeless. Justin erupted, even if you dislike it, don't waste food. It's just a hand injury, must you cause chaos? I sighed and rose to clean the mess. Prolonged exposure to strawberry scent was intolerable. Justin observed my awkward movements coldly, interrupting impatiently, stop pretending, I'll hire a cleaner later, alright? You're just seeking pity, isn't it enough that I spare you work? Are you jealous of Mia again? She works hard, what's wrong with asking you for tremella soup? What occupies your mind daily? Can't you fulfill your responsibilities? I've lost track of our quarrels' frequency. Since Mia's arrival, disputes erupted approximately every 3 days. Questioning the scent of Mia's perfume, he dismissed me as overly intrusive. From our wedding day, Justin declared my role was to be a supportive wife. He disparaged my appearance and physique compared to Mia's, mocking my sole competence as cooking. My worth, he asserted, was confined to domesticity. Each time I wept or protested, he adopted a superior, pitying demeanor. This time, I chose not to argue. The fresh strawberry aroma irritated my nasal passages. Shortly, respiration became labored, nasal congestion impeding airflow. Justin mistook this for tears. Always like this, he began, interrupted as numerous red rashes emerged on my face. Before losing consciousness, I strained to utter, allergic. Upon regaining consciousness, Justin was bedside, slightly contrite, apologies, I was unaware of your strawberry allergy. Was he truly unaware? My initial allergic reaction occurred during his team-building strawberry picking event. Reluctant, he accused me of arrogance. In the strawberry shed, I vomited profusely, requiring ambulance transport. He deplored my embarrassment before staff. The second incident involved Mia distributing fruit, assigning me strawberries. Justin deemed my refusal disrespectful, leading to another emergency visit. He didn't glance my way, he simply didn't care. It was inconsequential. I shrugged with indifference. Perhaps guilt-ridden, Justin awkwardly rubbed his nose, what would you like to eat? I'll buy it. Glancing at the moonlit window, I declined, no, I'm fatigued, you should rest early too. Justin chuckled, what patient dismisses their caregiver? Have you given Mia the tremella soup she requested? If not, don't let me detain you, you weren't here during my 7-day hospitalization anyway. I can manage alone. Justin exploded, Sophia. Must you be so petty? Aren't you aware of my company commitments? Didn't I fund your hospital stay? Didn't I pick you up upon discharge? What more do you expect? Moreover, Mia's face is injured, she's a young woman valuing her appearance. What's wrong with extra concern for her? Must your hand injury be broadcast globally for satisfaction? Observing his tirade, I found it perplexing. My concern was merely routine, yet I had no desire to expend words, sincerely apologizing instead. Oh, you've mastered sarcasm, I'll leave lest someone oversteps. Justin rose, glared fiercely, and slammed the door upon exiting. During a nighttime awakening, I received notification of his overnight stay at Mia's, accompanied by explicit photos of their harmony. Historically, post-quarrel, he sought Mia, sending provocative messages. Typically, I capitulated first, apologizing and preparing meals, enduring his mockery and dignity's erosion. Now, I am indifferent. Upon discharge, I consulted a lawyer regarding divorce proceedings. Though unemployed for 5 years, market rates suggest a live-in maid earns at least $10,000 monthly, some funds are my rightful compensation. I devoted myself entirely to the lawyer's analysis of maximizing property division. Previously, I'd have preferred leaving penniless over abandoning Justin. 15 years of love had ingrained this habit deeply. Serving him was akin to an addiction's antidote, relinquishment was beyond me. However, during the accident, he instinctively protected Mia. As I feared the car's explosion, he held Mia without looking back. Over 7 hospital days, he roamed with Mia. Clarity dawned abruptly, my entrapment was self-imposed. Justin and I entered a formal Cold War, with no condolences from me for 3 days. The company chat group unexpectedly tagged me. Mia posted a team-building video, hand in hand with Justin at the center, resembling lovers. Sister Sophia, pity you're absent. Logically, the company wouldn't conduct team building twice monthly. I surmised it was Mia's overt challenge. No group member responded, all knew Justin was my husband. Yet, over the past year, Mia's status was evident. Supporting either side was awkward. I lightened the mood, no regret, I'm recuperating, avoiding being your third wheel. Mia swiftly sent a grievance emoji. Justin called timely, his tone mocking, what? Upset? I responded calmly, no, enjoy yourselves. Now you're sophisticated, playing hard to get, huh? Don't think I'm unaware, you've been secretly watching me. Excluded from this team building, you'll sulk again, right? Will you come catch me, or await my return with divorce threats? Justin doubted me. His arrogance irked me, though admittedly, my past conduct was subpar. I paused, replying, let's divorce upon your return, I won't intrude now. Justin's triumphant tone emerged, I knew you couldn't go 3 days without contacting me. Internally, I critiqued his immaturity. After disconnecting, I inspected several apartment layouts. My account balance sufficed for a small unit purchase. 5 days later, Justin's team building concluded. My divorce agreement was drafted. He called first, requesting 2 clay pot rice servings delivered to a company 20 kilometers away. Because Mia disliked local takeout. I refused outright for the first time, I won't, I'll wait to discuss matters upon your return. Sophia. You've grown bold? If you don't come, I'll never return home. Knowing Justin's capability for such actions, I reluctantly took a taxi there to expedite divorce resolution. I arrived at mealtime. Mia was coquettishly complaining of hunger to Justin, who affectionately patted her head, soon, just wait. Uninformed staff from another company looked envious, Justin truly spoils his wife. As this was said, Justin spotted me, his expression faltering as he withdrew his hand. Mia approached sweetly, Sister Sophia, where's our food? A nearby remark followed, nice, even having an assistant deliver meals. I lowered my gaze and approached Justin directly, I need to speak with you. Mia scanned around, not finding what she sought. She displayed exaggerated grievance before Justin, Sister Sophia, where's our meal? We've toiled here all morning, nearly starving, you're too irresponsible, aren't you? I yearned to retort, what am I responsible for? Yet, seeing Justin's supportive gaze, I abstained from arguing, fault was invariably mine regardless. Unable to pull him aside, he launched another angry lecture. Surveying my surroundings, I handed him the divorce agreement directly, enough fuss, let's divorce. Nearby staff exhibited vivid expressions. Justin, incredulous, weighed the agreement, noting onlookers' covert glances. With a darkened face, he dragged me out, Sophia. Quite the retaliator, huh? He nearly gritted his teeth. I regarded him calmly, I intended a private discussion, but you wouldn't leave. Are you blaming me? I remained silent. Justin seemed amused by his anger, know why they think you're my assistant? Examine your attire, how does it suit standing beside me? I bring Mia because she bolsters my image, understand? Taking you would cost me untold embarrassment. I glanced at my casual attire, finding it comfortable. I could dress like Mia if not daily tasked with Justin's cooking and chores. His misophobia rejected maids, burdening me with all tasks. We clashed repeatedly over this. Whenever I wore skirts or makeup, he accused me of seducing others. His mindset was genuinely taxing. I cleared my throat, urging focus on the agreement's contents. He slammed the document onto my face, his voice escalating. Because I excluded you from outing with Mia, you're fussing again? Believe I'll sign now, leaving you begging in tears? I smiled wryly, offering a pen. I'd welcome it. Justin stared for 3 seconds, then flung my hand aside, muttering, insane. Mia peered over. He bypassed me, embracing her as they entered. We descended into another Cold War. I prompted him several times without reply. 3 days later, Justin called, furious, Sophia. Where the hell did you move? My initial thought was his delayed return home. Upon leaving, I removed all my used items, including kitchenware, leaving the large apartment substantially vacant. I replied languidly, the divorce agreement is on the table, sign it when free. Damn it, you're bold, this isn't over, huh? There's a limit to actions. Days free from tending him bolstered my confidence. Cut the nonsense, sign the divorce promptly. After a pause, Justin chuckled lowly, Sophia, the divorce property division yields little, how will you live without me? Why persist? I raised his least desired memory. I funded over half the company's startup, with a principal of $800,000 excluding profits. 5 years of my care wouldn't fetch a nanny under 5 figures monthly. I bestowed my parents' inheritance upon Justin. For long, peers mocked him as a kept man, a taboo he avoided. Today, it had to be mentioned. Predictably, Justin hung up in rage. He ceased contact and didn't sign, yet his interactions with Mia intensified. Post-realization, their displays no longer affected me. The Cold War persisted another week. My lawyer issued a lawsuit notice. I next saw him returning with groceries. Justin leaned against the wall, tie and attire disheveled, appearing weary. Sophia, you've overstepped, his opening accusation. I considered, then contacted property security. Justin fumed, I'm your husband. Unswayed, he softened, come back, stop this, I miss you. Sorry, I'm uninterested. I pointed to the camera, excessive actions would aid my divorce case. Justin gazed as if I were a stranger. Security arrived, and he complied, departing. Subsequently, he appeared daily at my door with chestnut cakes I favored and meals he laboriously cooked. Justin grew solicitous, reminiscent of early marriage declarations of love. Yet, this belated effort became an superfluous burden. Our standoff exceeded half a month. His gentleness was uncharacteristic, akin to a passionate husband. My heart remained unmoved. He likely found my past subservience equally laughable. A minor company issue forced Justin to abandon his daily visits. Our next encounter included Mia. My hand injury nearly healed. I began cooking services via the community group. Owing to Justin's discerning palate, my culinary skills drew the neighbor opposite for meals. He proposed a monthly subscription. Deeming it a minor addition, I agreed. Word spread, attracting young subscribers. I relished their emotional appreciation. I accepted a large order for over 10 people. In Justin's early days, such tasks were frequent. I handled them adeptly. Unbeknownst, Mia placed the order. Arriving with ingredients, her heavy makeup failed to conceal her scorn. How did Justin's wife become a cook? This marriage mustn't end, I reckon. Soon, girls her age laughed. Noting the decor, likely a homestay, I deduced Mia's intentionality. I smiled calmly, if I don't divorce, will you remain a hidden mistress forever? Mia's expression shifted. I added, earning through my hands beats someone scrambling to be a mistress. Sophia. Mia shrieked, Justin doesn't love you, what are you? You're unworthy of him. Fine, you're worthy, all right? Eating or not? If not, I'll refund. I dropped the groceries. Mia began to speak, then abruptly clutched her leg, crying, Sister Sophia, I did nothing, why are you attacking me? Perplexed, I watched Justin rush over, pushing me aside to support Mia cautiously. The force slammed me against the wall, aggravating my old hand injury painfully. Justin berated me, "Sophia, what do you want?" Mia nestled in his arms, sobbing softly, "I never imagined Sister Sophia would cook here. I wouldn't dare ask with tenfold courage." Her friend exaggerated, casting me as a villain. Clutching my hand, I intended to call property management, check the footage, see who I hit. Mia's confidence waned, noticed by Justin. Hesitant to apologize due to pride, he released her, asking dully, "Why engage in such undignified work? Can't I support you at home?" I countered, "Is cooking undignified? Then isn't it the same if I cook for you?" Justin's face darkened. "Cooking for me is different, of course. Indeed, cooking for you earns disdain, while for others, it brings income and praise." Justin was incensed. Mia interjected, "Sister Sophia, this hurts Justin too much." I cut her off, "Quiet. When I leave, you'll inherit my cooking role." I transferred the payment before Mia. As I moved to leave, Justin grabbed me, "I know you care, it's Mia's birthday, and I stopped by seeing you nearby. Let's eat out, don't be so petty." He sought peace, still demeaning me. Noticing Mia's reluctance, I smiled, "I won't be a third wheel, marry soon, let her celebrate openly." I rebuffed Justin again. He pursued me to my building, suppressing anger with traces of grievance. "Sophia, why can't you be more magnanimous? I found it absurd, I've yielded to you and Mia, how else can I be open?" Justin grew desperate, "There's nothing with Mia. She's merely a subordinate. I find her attractive, useful for business facades. Boosting company revenue, isn't that for your better life?" I couldn't shoulder this blame. "You go out with her, buy gifts, seems every scene needs a prop." "No." Justin bowed his head, engulfed in pain, "Those photos were to provoke you, to hasten your return." Justin's logic repulsed me. Perhaps he prided himself on instilling insecurity this way. Expressionless, I pushed him, "Please move." Justin stood firm. Familiar neighbors gathered, asking if I needed aid. I nodded promptly, reporting harassment. Justin, as if grievously wronged, asked hoarsely amid rebukes, "You still care for me, right?" Irritated, I replied, "Who's this act for, Justin?" Past arguments left me increasingly aggrieved, breathless. He'd posed this question. Now, directed at him, his hurt expression was novel. With neighbors' aid, I entered the elevator. Barred outside, Justin couldn't follow. His messages soon flooded in, laden with unspoken, sentimental apologies. He inquired if I'd grant him another chance. Unresponsive, his incessant calls annoyed me, prompting me to power off my phone. Awakening, I found Justin had transferred a substantial sum. "Your allowance, return, stop this, I'll support you forever." I smiled bitterly, my impression on Justin remained poor, eliciting another "support you" remark. Evidence affirmed self-earned income breeds confidence. The opposite neighbor, away for 3 days, entrusted me with cat feeding. A trivial task, I agreed readily. His home was pristine, save for a shedding kitten. On my first cooking day, he mentioned the cat was a stray he couldn't bear to abandon, despite inexperience. I speculated he was a Fields elite, dressed more neatly than Justin. I learned his name, Alan, when Justin re-injured my arm. Lifting the pot, pain caused me to drop it, splashing soup everywhere as he returned. He offered no blame, only concern, "It's fine, a minor injury, apply ointment, don't let it delay work." He was stern, "You blistered, untreated, it'll scar. Work pales beside this." En route, I learned his name, Alan, fitting his pine-scented, clean aura. I recalled my novice cooking days, scalding my hand. Justin's first concern was his delayed meal. Over time, I seemed to lose the capacity for love. Alan deemed the incident at his home a work injury, accompanying me to the doctor and compensating me, halting further cooking. I tended his cat diligently this time. Justin was quiet for days, then shoved me aside, entering Alan's home as I exited, hastening toward the bedroom. "Justin, are you ill?" I restrained him, his eyes bloodshot. "Where's the man hidden? Speak. You divorced me for this cur, right?" His words baffled me. He pushed me again, searching around. I struck my waist, unable to rise. Alan returned then, suitcase in hand, rushing to inquire my state. Justin charged, fist poised to strike, halting midair. "Alan?" Alan raised an eyebrow. "What's Justin doing?" Stunned, he stammered, "I heard my wife stayed here overnight. I came to see. Post-shower, I'd check the kitten. Some meddler spread rumors. I found it ironic. Justin, your corrupt heart taints all you see." His face paled. He'd retort thus when staying at Mia's. Now, the boomerang struck him. He awkwardly chatted with Alan. I seized the chance to lock my door. Justin lingered outside, ignored by me. By morning, he remained, having slept disheveled in the corridor, jamming my closing door. "Sophia, let's talk. Divorce matters are fine, I've no time for else." Justin appeared hurt but soon acquiesced. "Yes, return home with me, I'll review property division." Unresolved, he'd procrastinate, so I followed. Months absent, the home transformed, strewn with Mia's clothes. Justin hastily tidied, voice flustered. Her lease ended, I sheltered her briefly. Nothing happened, she used the guest room. He stressed this. I nodded absently, their intimacy didn't concern me. He rambled, mimicking my usual daily sharing. Impatient, I interrupted, "Discuss property division directly, I've no time." Justin's demeanor sank. Reluctantly, he produced the agreement, detailing post-establishment company projects and profits. Drowsily and during 30 minutes, I sensed a miss. "So, how will you divide the property?" Unanswered, he paused long, eyes reddening. "Wife, I just want more words with you." Once, he was perpetually impatient with me, cutting off my words. I'd pleaded, he sneered, decrying our lack of topics. Reflecting, "It's true. Forget it, we can't converse." Justin's eyes dimmed gradually. After prolonged silence, he asked, "Sophia, will you never return?" I nodded, yes. Negotiations with Justin failed anew. Escorting me out, he regained confidence. "You pursued me 10 years, at worst, I'll chase you 10. Mimicking me, he routinely cared, sent favored gifts, staged chance meetings, and crafted presumptuous surprises. I realized my past annoyance. After petty antics yielded no change, he spoke of home updates. "I hired a maid, she'll cook and clean. Stay homely, I won't drink out, no need for hangover soup. Take this card, spend freely." I retracted my hand swiftly. "I can't take your card, I overspend easily." Initially, he linked a family card. After my first 50,000 spend, he confronted me aggressively. That 50,000 bought a desired watch. Unbeknownst, he settled over 80,000 at a bar that day. Recalling these unpleasantries, he forced a smile uglier than tears. "I've changed." Patience exhausted, I called Mia. Upon connection, she raged, "Sophia, you dare call me? What witchcraft did you use on Justin? He avoids me now." Ear-aching, I cut in, "Justin's here, come to my sent address if you want to meet." He snatched the phone, incredulous. "Why push me to another? Isn't all you've done to be with her?" "No. Never. You're my only one." Justin wailed in anguish. Alan returned, witnessing this, asking if I could cook today. I nodded, moving to enter. Justin grabbed me urgently. "Sophia, you can't cook for other men." He paid me, it's my job. Justin blocked the door physically. "No, I'll pay you, tenfold even, cook for me at home." Alan interjected, "Justin loves hindsight, he called his wife a free maid in talks, now offering wages?" Justin faltered, unable to rebut. Amidst the tug-of-war, Mia burst in, tearfully lunging at Justin. "Justin. Sophia has another in her heart, why indulge her still?" I understood, you spread I stayed at another's, right? Mia asserted boldly, you did. In a nightgown at Alan's, to seduce him, no? Her words barely out, Justin slapped her hard, who permitted you to speak of my wife thus? Mia clutched her face, wailing, how could you hit me for this old woman? Look. They're together. I'm your true heart. Glaring venomously, Mia lunged again. Justin dodged, she fell, face dirted. He hurried to me, Sophia, it's her delusion. Alan mocked, didn't expect Justin's private flamboyance, his choice isn't much either. Justin's dignity shattered, he dragged Mia away forcibly. Alan said, this repays your cat-feeding favor. You surpassed Justin's depiction excellent cook, upbeat, sharp-minded. Unprompted, he spoke. Stunned briefly, I thanked him. It had been ages since hearing others' affirmation. That day, the hospital called for my signature. En route back with Mia, Justin argued incessantly, she emotionally seized the wheel. The car collided head-on with a truck. This time, Justin left danger to the passenger seat. Mia became comatose, Justin, with 5 broken ribs, awoke demanding me. I didn't go. During his hospitalization, my life normalized. Alan's cat grew attached, occasionally crossing balconies to my home, prompting his visits. He shared tidbits, like Justin's company instability. Injured, Justin neglected work, fixating on my soup, dismissing multiple caregivers. Anxious he'd ruin the company, leaving me nothing, I reluctantly visited. Emaciated, Justin was elated, wife, I knew you couldn't let go. No, I'm here to check when your injury allows discharge for our divorce. Wincing from wound pain, Justin said, wife, Mia sabotaged us. I cut in, consider why your subordinate acts so boldly your confidence fuels her, doesn't it? Justin, you tasked me with home service, yet never saw my worth, viewing me as a disposable commodity. You disregard me, so none respect me. You use me to elevate yourself, but others mock you covertly. Sobbing, Justin struggled to rise, reaching for me, wife, I erred, I'll never repeat this, no other women beside me. Give me a chance? I never meant to part, Mia was just a prop, I'll only take you henceforth. Wound pain triggered violent coughing. I summoned a nurse, recover well, find me when healed. Before leaving, I couldn't resist, Justin, you're spineless, relying on women for face. Whether from pain or my words, his face blanched instantly. Further words held no interest. Let outsiders deem me callous, I'd not re-immerse in this mire. 5 years of mental suppression sufficed. Freed from this shackle, Justin appeared utterly ordinary to me. Awaiting litigation timing, a favorable event occurred. Mia's parents confronted Justin, condemning him for ruining their daughter's life. I maneuvered, amplifying media exposure of this adulterous pair's flaunting. Netizens once wishing them longevity turned swiftly. Mia became a universally reviled mistress. Her parents pestered briefly, then, shamed, relented. Justin faced greater repercussions, company shares plummeted, forcing him to rally for damage control. Leveraging public sentiment, I won the divorce lawsuit effortlessly. Justin pursued but said nothing, merely watching me enter the car. I secured half his assets. I opted to liquidate all real estate. Many urged reconsideration, such sales would devastate the company. What concern was that to me? Justin's company nearly collapsed 5 years ago. My funds sustained it, delaying bankruptcy 5 years, surely a benefactor's role? Upon learning of my share sales, Justin was calm, an indifferent bystander. Unconcerned with the company's fate, he cited unhealed injuries, avoiding duties. Gradually, veteran staff departed, business snatched by rivals. Bankruptcy was declared sooner than anticipated. Justin, wheelchair-bound, waited at my door late night. Days of poor eating left him gaunt, each word seemed to drain him entirely. Sophia, no company, no home, can you take me in? Clever, deploying a pity ploy here. Alan, somehow alerted, emerged, shielding me. Sorry, Sophia's my girlfriend now, kindly respect that, ex-husband. Justin and I froze. I quickly linked arms with Alan. Yes, perhaps a year-end wedding, you're welcome to attend if willing. Justin uttered nothing further, staring intently so long I feared laughing. He wheeled into the elevator with difficulty. I hadn't expected such ease in his departure. Alan released me awkwardly. Sorry, just feared his persistence. Thank you. Heading home, he called back, if you're willing, a year-end banquet's possible. I didn't react. He shut his door. Late night, I received dual messages. Justin, I can't offer you anything now, you and Alan are fine, but don't spend my money on him. Alan, I was too forward, but I genuinely like you. Next day's encounter avoided this. Justin recovered gradually, occasionally visiting me. Alan deliberately posed as my boyfriend before him. Seeing once arrogant Justin sulk afar amused me. Ultimately, I united with Alan. Releasing Justin, I embraced others. With him, I felt free and joyful. Justin vanished from my view. Post-engagement to Alan, news broke of Justin suffocating Mia forcibly. Arrested, he insisted on seeing me to speak truth. I met him last. Sophia, this is your wedding gift. She drove us here, I avenged you. A chill ran down my spine. Justin was unrecognizable. Police took him. Mia's parents petitioned widely, securing him life imprisonment. Soon in jail, Justin suicided, his residual dignity rejecting captivity. I laid flowers at his grave, symbolizing this lifetime's end of contact.